Pepe price followed the gains and broke the trend line of the falling channel. This made the charts show new buying moves. The price movement also shows that investors have been building up for a long time and that there is demand from those investors. Pepe forms a double bottom design and is remodeled from the support at $0.00000100. After that, Pepe showed a steep recovery in only one direction and never looked back, making huge gains. The chart showed a move called short covering, which showed that buyers were stuck and in trouble because of the huge rise. Also, the price is close to the 200-day exponential moving average, EMA, which, if crossed, will lead to an extension of the bull rise toward a swing of $0.00000150 in the next session. From the selling area, the Pepe price moved into the neutral zone and showed a sharp and wild rebound from the support area. This shows that buyers are eager to keep the highs and are now acting aggressively. Also, the price has gone above the upper Bollinger Band, which is a sign of a rise. At the time of press, the price of Pepe was $0.00001262, and it had gained 13% during the day, which was a sign of bullishness on the charts. Also, the number of trades went up by 38% to $259.80 million. The value of the market is $531.87 billion. But the Pepe price is blocked by the 100-day EMA. On the hourly chart, the price stops near the 100-day EMA and waits for a break above it. It is also close to the distribution zone, which is hard for the bulls. Short-term charts show that Pepe price action has broken out. After the channel broke, Pepe rose like a dark horse on short-term charts and made a lot of money. Also, the big jump in volume shows that buyers are buying a lot more meme coins than before. Also, compared to the other meme coins, Pepe was one of the ones that went up the most and kept going up during the day. According to the Fibonacci levels, the price of Pepe has passed the 38.2% level and is getting close to stability. It also went above the upper Bollinger Band, which showed on the charts that it had broken out. The RSI curve stayed in the overbought area and made a positive crossover, which shows that buyers are gaining ground on the charts. The MACD indicator showed a positive crossing, and the green bars on the histogram showed that buyers were in charge. This suggested that the price would go up and the gain would continue in the coming sessions. Pepe has broken through the channel and is getting a lot of attention on the charts. The path shows that sellers were stuck, which led to a huge short covering rise that went all the way up to $0.00001400 in the next sessions. Support levels $0.00001100 and $0.00001000. Technical levels $0.00000130 and $0.00001500 are the levels of resistance. Nota bene. The views and opinions of the author or anyone else named in this piece are for informational reasons only and do not constitute financial, business, or other advice. When you invest in or trade crypto assets, you could lose money. Hovered near $29,500 on August 10 as markets braced for a fresh United States Consumer Price Index, CPI, print. Even though the CPI is volatile, a trader warns of the downside of Bitcoin. Data from Cointelegraph Markets Pro and TradingView showed that the price of BTC was settling before the CPI report came out, which is a standard event that causes price changes. CPI is one of the most important things the Federal Reserve looks at when making decisions about interest rates. The reading for June was the lowest in 2 years, and most people think that July will be even lower. We're hoping for 3.3%, but will we get it, and what will the markets do? Michael van de Poppy, the founder and CEO of the trading company 8, asked a question about the topic in part of an X post. Van de Poppy pointed out that there seemed to be a chance that CPI would go up, which would put pressure on risky assets like crypto, which tend to do better when the Fed's policy is looser. JP Morgan Chase was one of the companies that said CPI values would start to rise again. The direct and indirect price pass-throughs of the recent rise in energy and food prices, and the relative stubbornness of service inflation, economist Mohamed El-Arian said as part of the day's analysis. These are the two biggest unknowns, and they were thought to be unlikely to affect the July numbers. Mark Cullen, a well-known trader, told X fans, with CPI today, "I think bitcoins and crypto will give us some fun and games, but in the end, I'm a little more biased toward more downside. Since BTC is back in its range and couldn't hold 29.5K yesterday, if it can't get back above and hold right away, I'll double down on my short. Most people who buy BTC do so for less than $29,000. Monitoring material indicators, on the other hand, showed how open the BTC/USD order book on Binance was. Related, Bitcoin could drop 15% by October, but it will be worth $100,000 by 2026, analysis. These showed that a snapdown could happen because there was no bid support right below the present spot price. I'm not going to guess what the CPI and jobs reports will say in the morning. At 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, we'll know how these numbers will change the soft landing story and the Fed's decision on whether to raise rates in September. Between now and then, what matters is where liquidity is thick and where it is thin, said part of the comments that went with the chart. There is little or no drag in the dark, empty zones, so prices can move quickly through them. On the contrary, buy-sell walls are better protected the more volume there is around them. The well-known industry backer Jump Crypto led a seed round that brought in $5 million for Bitcoin Web3 wallets first. With the new money, the company will be able to work faster on developing advanced features for decentralized finance, DeFi, Stacks, Lightning, and other Bitcoin scaling options. Hong Kong-based Sphere supports Ordinals, which began in January as a way to create non-fungible tokens, NFT, using writing on the Bitcoin blockchain. Last month, Ordinals got a lot of attention because the number of new signups each day hit 350,000. You can get Sphere on iOS, Android, and as a Chrome application.